No glorification, no endorsement. This interview is presented for educational purposes only.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Chris, and my channel here is Chris Must List. I'd like to welcome you. So normally my intro is filmed before my day begins, and I don't entirely know what type of trouble I'm about to get myself into. But this instance is different. I've already completed the interview with a sicario that you guys are about to watch any minute now. 2 nights ago, I was at a bar in the center of the city on purpose. I was having a few drinks and I was looking for flashy people. It is not easy to get in with active cartel members and sicarios. So I had a few drinks and I saw 3 guys come in and they looked a little bit flashy. So I started a little conversation with them, showed them my camera and my YouTube channel, and I'm like, can you help me? Now, my Spanish isn't great and their English wasn't great, but through the use of our cell phone, we were able to go back and forth. And they say, yeah, they know a guy. And if I pay him money, the amount of money I'm about to pay him is 5,000 pesos, Mexican pesos. That is the price he charges to kill someone. So they were speaking back and forth. He'll give me 20 minutes of his time if I pay him the same amount that somebody would pay him in order to kill someone. I'm getting in a stranger's car and we're heading towards the mountains. And the mountains right now are very dangerous because of this cartel war. If you watch my other videos on the series, there are dead bodies every day. Murder happens here like this all day, all night. So I'm on my way. And I asked my translator, Santos, to come on this trip. And he said no. He's not about to risk his life, which I understood completely. So I was using a phone translator for the most part and figuring that I can add the captions when I get home to Toronto, which is what I've done. Hit that subscribe button. I promise I'm going to bring you to places solo, no security team when I travel. I'm going to bring you guys to places in the world that nobody else has been and talk to people that nobody else will talk to. So do me a favor, show me some love, hit that subscribe button. Now we're about to get into today's interview. Good morning, it is Chris Must List. I'm here in Sinaloa. I'm not going to disclose my location. I'm somewhere up towards the mountains. Last night I met 3 gentlemen at a bar. We were drinking. They said they can connect me with a sicario, and here I am. In front of me is a young gentleman known as a sicario. What is a sicario?
Un sicario, una persona necesitada que lo han aplastado por las adicciones que he consumido y poco a poco me fui desarrollando. Es matar, torturar y dar la vida por las personas que te dan de comer.
I'm assuming that not many sicarios live that long. It's a very dangerous job.
Tal vez sí los matarán, pero personas que andan de fachosas, por eso las matan, rápido las encuentran. Pero una persona que es humilde y ha empezado desde abajo, nunca las encuentran porque somos humildes. Todo el tiempo no andamos aparentando ser lo que no queremos que se den cuenta nadie. Todo se hace en discreción, discretamente.
So when I met you, you said to back up. You don't want me too close to you. Is he uncomfortable around people?
Porque desconfío. No confío ni en mi propia sombra.
What about a relationship? You have a wife? Yeah, and she knows what you do? No. Your family, do they know what you do? If somebody hired you to kill somebody, what is the cost? How much money am I going to give you to have somebody killed?
Para matar a una persona, depende qué delito haya hecho esa persona. Si él secuestró, violó, todo depende conforme las reglas que tenemos en el cártel de nosotros.
What is the least amount of money that you would take to kill someone?
5,000 pesos.
So he's saying the least amount of money he would take is 5,000 Mexican pesos. Now, how often are you being hired? Like how many people have you killed?
Como 200 personas, para ser exacto.
You said around 200 people. How does that feel inside your heart?
Adrenalina, soy adicto a la adrenalina. Se me hizo amor al arte, hacerlo. Porque cuando yo anduve en actividad, que sufría, nadie me quiso ayudar y yo tomé mi propia decisión. Como le comenté anteriormente. Empecé de puntero, después de mandadero. Ahora soy escolta personal.
So it feels good for you?
Sí.
The money feels good, or killing people feels good?
Pues hoy en día ya no lo hago por dinero, porque no me hace falta nada. Pero hoy en día lo hago más bien por amor al arte, por adrenalina.
So he's saying today, right now, he no longer does it for the money. He enjoys the adrenaline rush that he gets from it. Is there anything off limits? If somebody hires him to kill a mother or a child, is that off limits, or is that something that he would still do?
Yo no mato gente inocente, no me meto con niños pequeños. Yo voy por los piezas grandes, que son de los contras en este cartel. Yo voy por contra, no mato gente inocente, no me meto con mujeres embarazadas, no asesino gente de esa. Yo voy por el que voy y no más.
So he's saying that he doesn't go for women or children, he only goes against those that are against him.
Cuando yo era niño, soñaba ser un buen sicario. Un buen sicario, yo nunca soñé, nunca me gustó la escuela. Todo el tiempo anduve en las calles, sufriendo. Nunca tuve el apoyo, más bien, de una familia. Por eso me integré a una familia, y que viene siendo el cartel que pertenezco ahora. Esa es mi familia, por ellos doy mi vida, y ellos dan la vida por mí.
So he said, as a child, since a child, he's always wanted to be a sicario. He was not good at school. He was always on the street for his family, right? When's the last time he has killed someone?
Hace 3 días.
3 days ago.
3 días.
Wow. And did the person deserve it?
Se lo merecía, bien merecido. Porque aquí nomás recibimos la orden a la hora que sea, por el delito que comete la persona o por lo que ha hecho.
Can you give me an idea what happens? You know, last night in the center of the city, I saw a truck driver was shot around 6:30 in the head. When he kills people, he's killed 200 or more people. Is each killing different? Is the approach different? How does it work?
Como torturarlos, y pues matarlos es más fácil con la pistola. Pero a mí me gusta torturarlos, degollarlos, mocharlos de parte por parte, hacer los picadillos. A mí me gusta hacer los picadillos, pero cuando voy, porque yo nomás no mato gente amarrada. Yo me dedico a agarrarlo parte por parte y hacer los picadillos.
So he said normally he does the killing with a gun, but when it's people that he really wants to hurt, he'll chop them up with little pieces with a knife. He's shaking a little bit, so I don't know. I don't want to make him nervous. I don't want to get too close. How does your day go? Tell me what one day looks like.
Yo me levanto en la mañana, le doy un beso a mi hijo, un beso a mi mujer, que me vaya y me guise, me cepillo mis dientes, me baño, me cambio y salgo a divertirme al parque con mi hijo. En las mañanas, en las tardes y en las noches. Yo no estoy anclado en un solo lugar. Yo nomás espero la orden y me arranco a mi trabajo, a lo que me dedico. Traigo cerquita la muerte.
He said that most of his day is pretty regular. It's not unlike you and me. Wake up, brush your teeth, go to the washroom, kiss his son, go to the park, and etc. So when he gets that phone call, then he needs to work. How long does that person give him? Do they say you have 24 hours to kill this person, or you have 3 hours? How does it work?
Pues el tiempo no importa, porque muchas de las veces uno tiene que tomar, si es a larga distancia, a donde voy a ir a buscar a esa persona, ahí me mandan la ubicación, yo voy y doy con la ubicación esa y la encuentro y pum. O sea, no tengo yo mi horario exacto, todo depende de la distancia que sea, en donde se encuentre esa persona, puede vivir para Hermosillo, para Mexicali, fuera pues. Entonces yo, a como me puedo ir en carro, me puedo ir en avión, todo depende pues, porque yo también me tengo que tomar mi tiempo pues. Pero si me dan la orden de que ya, tengo que estar allá, pues el boleto más rápido pues es el avión. Y allá me encuentro y yo me muevo como de lugar y consigo mi herramienta y me jalo por esa persona y le doy 4-1 y se borra el mapa. Ya no la encuentran ni con espátula.
Right, so there's really no time limit. Most of the time it's only dependent on how far away, if he has to take an airplane or if he has to go to another state, etc. Thinking back to the first person he ever killed, what age was he?
Yo tenía 14 años.
So he was 14 years old. How did that feel?
Me extraño, me sentí mal, pero pues más mal me miraba yo en las calles sufriendo y nadie me daba la ayuda, nadie me daba un apoyo. Pero estas personas que me dan el apoyo el día de hoy, nunca los voy a traicionar.
So he's saying along the lines of he felt bad, his first murder, but he was in the streets, so he got over it. Is this the gun you used 3 days ago to kill someone?
Es la única que tengo y la única que con la que me voy a ir. Es la que uso. Esta es la de uso diario. Las largas las tengo guardadas.
He's saying this is the one that he carries with him all the time. How many people were murdered with this gun?
Lleva 159 personas.
He's saying 150 men. Am I able to see with the camera what the gun looks like?
Oh viejo, si la saco es para matar gente. No la traigo yo, que esta de aquí no sale. Es como la mujer. No la enseño. Ahorita la traigo aquí así porque pues, me gusta traerlas, pero si yo la saco, la trueno.
I'm sorry for asking. He said that he only takes out the gun when it's time to use it, and we don't want him using it today. If I were to come back to visit you in 5 years, will you continue this, or you have something else you want to do in your lifetime?
Lo mismo.
The same.
Lo mismo.
The same. I've interviewed a lot of gang members with a lot of guns, but you're the scariest, and I'm saying that respectfully. You scare me the most.
Claro que sí, porque yo soy una persona que no le tiene sentido a la vida. Yo ya lo hago por amor al arte, no lo hago por necesidad. Yo ya me impregné con la sangre de los contrarios y estoy bien impregnado.
So he's saying at this point in his life, he no longer cares. He doesn't think about it, he doesn't care, so he understands why I can feel it. Because to me, there's like a cloud over us in this little room, this little back room here. He's a stranger to me. I'm so curious to learn more about this lifestyle, but I know time is ticking and we don't want to take too much of his time. So is he a religious man?
Creo en la muerte y en el diablo.
The devil. But before you commit a crime, do you go and pray to Santa Muerta or to the devil? Both. Dos. Two. And when you travel to kill people, are you doing this alone or you're going with other sicarios?
Solo.
Solo.
Solamente que el patrón me recomiende a alguien que vaya conmigo. Me lo llevo, pero todo el tiempo trabajo solo.
So he is traveling alone. Would you consider yourself as one of the biggest sicarios in this city, Culiacán?
Afirmativo.
Affirmative. Yes. Yes. Are there sicarios out there that have killed more people? 300, 400, 500 people?
Yo no me puedo dar a ver porque me tienen miedo. Son pocas las veces que me van a ver a mí. Yo nomás salgo con mis hijos y tengo un parque especialmente para ellos y para mi familia. No me revuelvo entre otras personas.
So he's saying, when I asked if I saw him again, he said it's very hard to ever see him. This kind of thing is not normal for him. He has a small circle of people that he trusts around him, and even when he goes to the park, he has a little private park for his children. I guess it's a lack of trust. You have many enemies Do you have many enemies out on the street looking to kill you?
Pues sí los tendré, pero no saben ni dónde me encuentro. ¿Por qué? Porque me muevo solo. Solo para arriba y para abajo. Nomás el único que sabe es el patrón en dónde me encuentro ahorita.
Okay, I don't want to take up any more time. I don't want to get him angry. Thank you for your time. Much respect. And thank you for not showing me your gun. See, okay.
Before the interview, Chris asked him to prove that he was who he said he was.
I said, no disrespect in Spanish. No disrespect, but how do I know you are who you are? Yes, he had a gun. He had a gun like this, right? And he pulled out his phone and he showed me a video. I'm going to be very descriptive as to what that video was. It's daytime on the grass. A man is laying down on his back. His hands are tied, duct taped, not tied, but duct taped over his head. Sat on the man's chest with his weight. He had about a 12, my heart's shaking just telling you the story. He had about a 12-inch knife. So he starts the knife right here. You know, your ribs are here. There's a point, I believe it's called your sternum, and it's hard. So he puts both palms on. I can't use both palms because I'm holding the camera. And the knife goes in, and he slices it down to the belly button. At this point, the guy is like moving around and shaking. He's very visibly alive. It's not just shock. And then the guy starts reaching in with his hand and pulling out the intestines of this man while he shakes and moves around on the ground. Seems like it went on for about a minute. Had to get the intestines out the way. And then he reached his hand up under the ribs, looking for his heart. The man's moving, so somebody else came and put their foot on his head to hold his head still. The sicario does end up coming out with the heart of this man. He holds it in his hand for a moment. The camera is filming, not my camera, the camera that was there. They want to create fear in the enemy's eyes. Torture is an everyday event here in this city. Once his heart was out, his body is still twitching. I'm sure at this point he's no longer alive. His heart is out of his body. Flipped him around on his chest and then head off. Held it up in the air. And I know I wanted to confirm that he said he was who he was. I already felt very negative energy, the worst energy I have ever felt around anyone. And if you guys have seen my videos, I've interviewed some very bad men. And that really, man, it wasn't even a fear for myself. It was like, this guy is the devil. I'm about to sit down with the devil. And then what we were talking about, we didn't want anyone to hear. So we went into the back of a little room, and normal people are walking by on the street like nothing, selling stuff, not having any idea what we're talking about. I'm sure, or maybe not, some locals know what this man does. But then we start this interview. So I wanted to verbally explain what I went through in order to get this interview today. If you guys enjoy my content in this interview, show me some love. Hit that subscribe button. I promise I'm going to bring you to places solo, no security team when I travel. I'm going to bring you guys to places in the world that nobody else has been and talk to people that nobody else will talk to. So do me a favor, show me some love, hit that subscribe button.